Well, hello, Steve Sandner here, and today I'm going to talk about music and money. How much does a musician make? How much does the gig pay? And how much should the gig pay? So I'm going to talk about all that, and as you can see, I'm driving in my car. I promise I will not lay my hands on my camera while I'm driving. So musicians are underpaid, but they have a wonderful job of making wonderful music for people who love their music, and musicians love what they do. And in just a minute here, I'm stopping here at Arby's to get my meal.
Hi, 582.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks.
Up to anything exciting this afternoon?
I'm a musician. I'm going to be playing some music tonight in Traverse City.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you should come by and hear if you like jazz.
I would love to. Where are you playing?
At Workshop Brewing Company in downtown Traverse City. Do you live there?
No.
Oh.
I go there quite often, though.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I live there almost every day.
Okay. Well, thank
I'll
you.
see if I can stop by.
Thanks for the sandwich. It has mayonnaise on it too?
Yes, it does.
Or does it have horsey sauce on it?
No, do you want some?
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a
Okay.
good day.
Bye bye. I think I can afford that. $5.82 for a turkey sandwich at Arby's. So, the gigs pay too little. We musicians aren't making enough. We're underpaid. Yeah. Your choice is just to not take the gigs if they offer them to you for too little money. Sometimes that's hard to do because do you really want to sit home and not do anything, and when you could have had a gig for $50 or $75? Well, no. If you're not doing anything and somebody says, hey, we can come play any kind of music we want, we can play jazz and we can have a good time, and it's a really good bunch of musicians and they're all friends of yours, and we're all getting $40 a piece. Well, that happens, and sometimes you will do that. I'll reminisce a little bit. One of the first gigs I played that was a full-time gig was at a private club resort in northern Michigan, and Max Gale was the agent, and he was a well-known agent at the time. And as a band leader, I had a trio. I was making $235 a week. I thought that was an astronomical amount of money to make. And sure enough, I looked it up on the inflation calculator. That same amount of money today would be about $1,300 a week. So if you can find me a gig like that, please find me a gig like that. I'll take it. Working in one spot, not much equipment to move, very short drive, close to home, and you're making that kind of money. Those gigs are very, very rare nowadays. But I have to say, there are pockets of a few gigs here and there and the musicians don't publicize the fact, of course. They don't want other people to know about them, where there are these little gigs where musicians will stay for, many years, 8, 10, 12 years at these gigs where they're actually making fairly good money, making a living, but they're fairly rare, and you don't hear about them because they're secret. Well, this is secret information, how much a musician gets paid. Don't like to talk about it. It's funny when you're negotiating a gig, or even when you're talking with other musicians or band leaders who have a gig for you, they'll say, the gig starts at such and such a time, we're going to play such and such a type of music, it's going to be the location, and then when it gets down to talking about the dollar amount you get paid, which is, in a way, you're thinking, well, that's the most important part, right? But you kind of very casually talk about that, and it's settled, and that's it. Having a contract is such a rare thing on this level of playing these kind of music gigs that it very, very rarely happens anymore. You agree to the price, and usually it comes through. Even after agreeing on a price, I remember years ago playing at a restaurant in Chicago where the co-owner said, Steve, we can't pay you $100 a night anymore. We can only afford to pay you $75 a night. And I must have sounded a little peeved in my voice. I was trying to remain calm, but I said, well, that doesn't seem fair. We agreed on the price of $100, and I didn't have another gig to go to right away. Sometimes it takes time to find a gig or maneuver yourself to where you can go to another gig. And it turned out that his partner, the co-owner, didn't agree with him, so I ended up still getting paid $100 a night, or that's what I asked for when I got paid, and they still paid me that. So all of us musicians could talk for a long, long time about all the quirks and the things that happen to us on these gigs, dealing with money, I'm sure. So this is being posted a little bit late. I'd like to apologize for that. I had some internet connection problems where I live. And I'm on my challenge of 90 videos in 90 days, so I hope that little quirk won't disqualify me because I didn't get my video posted on the exact day I was supposed to. But I will still have 90 videos in 90 days, but unfortunately this one is a little bit late. Sorry.